Varanasi, one of the world's oldest cities. A center for spiritualism and religion on the banks of the holy Ganga. It's also a high-profile constituency which sent Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Parliament. The city gets millions of visitors from all over the world every year. And while many remark about the beauty of the Ghats, the peace and the spiritualism, everyone would agree that when it comes to cleanliness, the city is sorely lacking. The central government's Swachh Bharat Mission has put the spotlight on making high tourism and spiritually important places into examples of cleanliness. In all, there is a list of 100 places, but for now, the emphasis will initially be on the top 10 iconic places, from the Golden Temple to the Ajmer Sharif, the Kamakhya Temple and the Taj Mahal. And from Varanasi, which is famous for its beautiful ghats leading down to the Ganga and the pomp and show of evening aartis, it is the Manikarnika Ghat that has been selected. An unlikely choice, some would think, considering the Burning Ghat, as it's also known, is not famous for its beauty, but for the constant theatre of death. Day in and day out, the pyres here never stop burning. In the Hindu religion, it's considered one of the most holy places to be cremated. It's believed if your last rites are performed here, you pass through the gateway to nirvana and escape the constant cycle of birth and death. Among all the ghats here in Varanasi, Manikarnika Ghat or the Burning Ghat is probably in the worst condition, but spiritually it's the most significant. Now, to make this ghat into an example of swachhta or cleanliness is going to be a huge challenge for the administration, not only because the space here is so limited, but the community who works here is extremely opposed to any attempts to bring about change. Every day there are at least 200 cremations carried out at the ghats. There is barely any waiting place for the bereaved families who have to sit beside all the filth and waste, with dogs, cows and goats often moving around. A sad situation for a ghat considered so sacred. It is the Dom community that controls the ghat. They are the keepers of the cremation fires that are never allowed to go out. They provide wood for the pyres and charge for the cremations. If any change is to be brought to the Manikarnika Ghat, it can only be done with their cooperation. The path leading to the Manikarnika Ghat is also extremely narrow between shops, temples and residences, where daily life goes on side by side with the rituals of death. Even though the sights at the ghat are macabre, it attracts a large number of tourists who seem fascinated by the rituals.
I find this place very colorful. You know, the culture is very beautiful, and especially the burning ceremony. It's different from what I have in America.
Some immediate steps need to be taken to improve the cleanliness at the Manikarnika Ghats. First and foremost, the ghats need to be restored and rebuilt, as currently they are crumbling and in disrepair. The lane leading to Manikarnika is narrow and winding. While it may not be possible to widen it, it can be repaved, the wiring taken underground, and the facades of the buildings along the street improved. There is an urgent need for better facilities for visitors at the ghats, proper waiting areas and public amenities such as toilets and drinking water. For a town that's on most foreign guests' must-visit list, the area around the ghats is crowded, congested and filthy. It must be kept cleaner, the sewerage system overhauled and the roads and pavements improved. The administration has drawn up its plans, but executing them will be quite another task.
This particular ghat is important because it is a cremation ghat along with the Harishchand Ghat. On an average, around 250 to 500 bodies are burnt per day on this ghat. We are planning to make best use of the spaces in these dharmashalas. The renovation of these 3 dharmashalas is already underway.
A large area at the Ghats is occupied by logs of wood piled high, as this is where it is stored for the pyres, even though most of it will not be used for months.
A footfall of about 5,000 to 6,000 people on a daily basis. That is a big challenge because space is a big constraint on this ghat. When we think of developing this ghat, we have to think of both the area, the approach road and the proper ghat itself. We begin from the approach road, underlaying of cables is being planned. Along with that, relaying of the sandstone so that the pavement is correct. The stormwater drainage is being planned over there. As we move towards the ghat, a big problem is the space constraint, as I told you. A lot of logs of woods are lying all over the place. We are trying to have a talk with the people who manage this. There is a dome community which is involved in the cremation process. We are having a talk with them and trying to build a consensus about how we can create public utility space. That space is missing as of now.
सबसे बड़ी जो उनको इनसिक्योरिटी है कि कहीं उनका जो भी काम करना है जिससे उनका परिवार चलता है वो ना छीन लिया जाए, तो सबसे बड़ा डर उनको है। लेकिन वो चाहते हैं कि कुछ अच्छा हो जो कि जिससे उनको और वहाँ जो भी लोग आ रहे हैं उनको सुविधा मिले।
Cleanliness work has begun at the Ghats. An agency has been appointed for picking up garbage.
In the city area, when it comes to the city planning, we've given different wards to different agencies on an outsourcing basis. Half of the city area is being dealt by Nagar Nigam, while rest half has been outsourced to agencies like ILNFS and other partners. Door-to-door garbage collection is being reintroduced. There are teams which are being employed which will collect garbage on a particular given time every day. Awareness campaigns are being carried out throughout the city so that people also get this culture of not throwing the garbage as and when they wish, but waiting with the garbage when the person comes to collect it.
Taking up the cleanliness campaign in Varanasi are volunteers called Swachh Doots or messengers, who work with the Nagar Nigam to educate people about the importance of segregating and disposing garbage properly.
दूसरों को भी जागरूक करिए कि समय-समय से कूड़ा निकाले बाहर।
तो यहाँ पे हम लोग घर घर जा करके डोर टू डोर विजिट करते हैं और लोगों को ये बताने की कोशिश करते हैं कि नहीं, आप जो कूड़े फेंक रहे हो रोड पे, वो कूड़े रोड पे ना फेंक करके आप अपने घर में अलग अलग 2 प्रकार के डिब्बे लीजिए, रेड एंड ग्रीन। ग्रीन में वो कूड़े डालिए जो गीले होते हैं, जो नष्ट हो जाते हैं, और रेड में वो आप कूड़े इकट्ठा करिए जो नष्ट नहीं होते, जैसे पॉलीथीन हो गया, रैपर्स हो गए, जो प्लास्टिक के डिब्बे हो गए, उन सारी चीज़ों को रेड में आपको डालना है।
And then you have Bhaiya Lal, who lives along the Ghats and is trying to do his bit by promoting cleanliness and recycling. He's created a little boat made up of waste plastic bottles, thermocol and boards.
इसमें बहुत से ऐसे चीज़ है आज के समय में, कागज भी रद्दी वो कबाड़े में जा कर के बिक रहा है, उसको फिर डेवलप किया जा रहा है। तो इस तरीके से मेरे भी दिमाग में आया और मैं भी इस तरीके का सोच मेरे दिमाग में आया और मैंने इस चीज़ को बनाया।
While Bhaiya Lal always manages to attract the attention of tourists with his boat, it is the message that is important.
At a time when the environmental mantra is to reduce, reuse and recycle, you have this little boat here made by Bhaiya Lal. He's largely used waste material like plastic bottles that you can see, and while of course this may be largely symbolic, it's still an effort.
Some serious measures need to be taken and there's strong political will needed if Varanasi is to become as Swachh as it is spiritual. Proclaimed as one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Taj Mahal is the mausoleum of Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan's beloved wife Mumtaz. Finished in marble, it is one of the most famous buildings in the world.
The Taj Mahal has been identified as one of the iconic locations for maintaining international standards of cleanliness under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. We can see that the surrounding areas of the monument are being spruced up. Roads are being redone, street lighting, street furniture, underground cabling, and things like this are being done so that we can further deck up this wonderful piece of Mughal architecture.
Several steps have been taken to improve and decongest the area immediately around the monument. To protect the Taj from air pollution, motor vehicles are not allowed within 500 meters of the complex. Vehicles are allowed till the parking, after which electric vans, buses, tongas or rickshaws are used to reach the Taj Mahal. The maintenance inside the Taj Mahal is undertaken by the Archaeological Survey of India, while the outside is under the municipal corporation.
Despite the challenges that we face with the number of tourist inflow that has been increasing over the years, that is one of the biggest challenges that we face. But still we try to keep it very much tourist friendly and very much clean. And most of the tourists come with a bottle of water. And some tourists also come with the shoe covers, disposable shoe covers.
The city attracts over 8 million tourists annually. With the growth in the tourism industry and the construction of the Yamuna Expressway that connects Agra with Delhi, the number of tourists visiting the monument has increased manifold in recent years. To further improve connectivity, an inner ring road is close to completion, so tourists will now reach the Taj Mahal directly off the highways and avoid the congested roads and traffic jams. Though air connectivity still needs to be looked at.
टूरिज्म डिपार्टमेंट उत्तर प्रदेश ने ये डिसीजन लिया कि उसकी हम सराउंडिंग्स को भी हम उतना ही अच्छा बनाएंगे जितना अच्छा ताजमहल है। उसी को लेकर हमने ताजगंज प्रोजेक्ट को एग्जीक्यूट किया। पहले जो टूरिस्ट आता था कि दिल्ली से टूरिस्ट चलता था तो यमुना एक्सप्रेस वे पर तक तो बहुत अच्छा लगता था, उसके बाद में शहर के जाम में फंसा था। इसको लेकर जो है उत्तर प्रदेश गवर्नमेंट ने एक डिसीजन लिया कि हम एक अच्छा ऐसा इनर रिंग रोड बनाएंगे कि टूरिस्ट वो शहर के जाम में ना फंसे, बाहर आए और ताजमहल देखकर वो वापस लौटे या ताजमहल देखकर वो शहर के अन्य भागों होटलों में वो स्टे करें। साथ ही उत्तर प्रदेश गवर्नमेंट ने आगरा और लखनऊ की कनेक्टिविटी को बेहतर करने के लिए ग्रीनफील्ड एक्सप्रेस वे का भी निर्माण कर रही है गवर्नमेंट, और वो भी जल्दी ही पूरा होगा।
Nearly 3,500 toilets have been constructed in Agra. We went to the Ghasiari Mandi close to the monument. The 200 families living here were forced to defecate in the open, but after toilets were constructed, one sees a visibly cleaner area.